Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel or welcome back if you're new. Today my cat will be saying hi because she dropped by. Huh? Mwah. Okay, so I love her face. She always has this resting bitch face. She's like always angry, just like me. We have like that baddie resting bitch face look. Oh, look at this so precious little angel. Oh, no, is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put her down, or we're not gonna get the video started. All right, so today's video we're gonna be talking about affirmations, why they work, how they work, why they don't work, how to make them work, and how do you know if it's working? Okay, so this video is inspired by me watching another YouTuber. Okay, I don't want to say his name, but if you know, you know. But like I was watching his video and he said affirmations didn't really work for him. Okay, um I could be wrong about everything. Okay, just know it. I'm not bashing him or anything, but I'm just so he said like I if I recall, he said that affirmations didn't really work for him. Okay, and that he felt like also part of the reason why people make affirmation videos was because you make a lot of money from them, right? From sleep tips and affirmation videos. Okay, so that's the only thing I took away from the video. I mean, I think I took away many other things, I just can't remember them right now, but those are the things that I mainly took away from the video. And because I am a affirmation and sleep tip maker myself, I felt like I had to let everyone know, because I don't really like I didn't really like the idea that I'm just making the videos just for money. Okay, in fact, when I started making this video, the history of it started like 2 years ago. Okay, I was really down in the dumps because I actually broke up with my ex, and that's when I found law of assumption. And because of that, the affirmation actually really helped me. Okay, so when I first made my affirmations, I had used the instrumental of music because I love listening to music. So I'll take a music instrumental and put it with like positive affirmations, and I would listen to it every time when I wake up in the morning, and they would like literally, like at that point of time, because I was really hurt. Okay, it actually worked so well that I actually felt like I was in a whole new universe, like I was on drugs or something, because I was like always happy. Like I was just my mind was just thinking about like the positive things. Like I can't think about anything negative. Okay, because like the affirmations were just so like directed, and I was like just so laser focused on those words. But right now, those affirmations, okay, you guys might see there's an affirmation video called I Am the Priority thing. I had 600 plus likes on those videos. I think because I also like at that time was very active on Twitter. So I guess that's where I got the community and support. But I feel like those affirmations are still very powerful, but they don't really push me as much as it did before, because I felt like I really went on a quantum shift on those affirmation tips. So the history of that channel was, I made this channel was just to help people manifest, okay, and like to be there for others, and also just make the tips for my sake in general and just put it up on YouTube. So yeah, I didn't really want people to think that I made this channel because I want to make money. And it's true, you do make a lot of money using sleep tapes, right? Unfortunately, I'm not right now because, yeah, I'm not that big on YouTube, okay? I'm not big yet. So I don't make any money on my YouTube videos first and foremost, okay? And yeah, I just want to clear that out, okay? So if anything, making money on YouTube is actually a bonus, okay? I actually really want to be a musician. I want to be a musician. I don't really want to be a full-time YouTuber, but it's nice. It's nice to be a full-time YouTuber, but I'm actually very into music and DJing. So yeah, this is not really like, I just came here because I really want to help you guys. Okay, so I just want to clear the air out because I just didn't want this to seem like a money grab or whatever, just posting out videos just to get money. But yeah, okay, anyways, that's why I don't really like making a video on the same topic. Or if you see, I usually try my best not to make clickbaity videos because I feel like I didn't really want to come off as that person who's like trying to get views. But unfortunately, you have to make the clickbaity videos to like attract people's attention, so they will click, right? That's just psychology, and there's no way avoiding that because I myself get caught with that. For me, I don't get caught with that on law of assumption. I get caught with that on like horror movies or like the latest like true crime or something, and I see like the title is like very clickbaity. I mean, it's true, but it's still like, you know. So yeah, I noticed it myself. Or sometimes I would watch my favorite YouTuber. His name is Des Games, and he would have like this really like shocking face of him on his thumbnail, and then his like description is like on his title is just like so, you know, like clickbaity. So I'm just like, damn, okay, I want to watch this video because he looks like, because he's a funny horror game slash making like watch videos, like reaction videos. So it's just funny, and I'm just like, okay, I must watch it. Although I already watched all his videos, okay. So but yeah, that's not the point of this video. I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. I can't have her beside me. I get distracted easily, okay. So today we'll talk about affirmations. How do they work? Why do they work? Why do they don't work? How to know if it's working, and how to know if it's not working. Okay. So as of now, affirmations, I still listen to them. Even when I'm going to school, funny enough, I have an AirPod that I lost one side of it. So one side I have my AirPods, and depending on the scenario, I would have like my headphones, or I'll just have my AirPods and I'll just listen to the affirmations. I try my best to persist, because what I've noticed in my journey is that sometimes you don't feel like listening to the affirmations, and then you chalk it up as to, oh, I don't have to do techniques, right? Because I don't have to do techniques because I already have what I want, or I just have to be, I don't have to force or do anything. And I felt like I've tried that for a long time, like, because like from the start of this year, maybe like around December last year to this year, I tried doing nothing, like no techniques at all, no affirmations, no nothing. It didn't go as well. I can tell that I was a bit wavering and like a bit not myself, not empowered, because I had a whole ass routine when I was like really in a good positive mood, where I felt empowered and strong, like at the start of January. And I tell you, I had a lot of things manifest for me. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And what I did is actually a full on thing. I literally started off with like breath work from Wim Hof, followed by I Am the Best by Dylan James, and then followed by, I think, like mirror work, followed by journaling. And my journaling consists of gratitude, a love note to myself, my achievements for that day or in the morning, 3 things I love about myself, and 3 things I'm grateful for, or something like that. I can't remember, but definitely all those stuff. So it helped build my self-worth, self-esteem. And that routine is the same for the night routine. And throughout the day, I had 4 more meditations. But at that time, I was staying at home. So now I'm actually in an intense art school. So it's kind of chaotic, okay? But I'm still trying to fit it in. For me, I feel like the meditations do help, but I feel like an affirmation tape is also really powerful because you're saturating your mind 24/7. Like with a meditation, it helps you relax your mind so that you go into your subconscious mind, like you're in the relaxed theta state, right? So the affirmations go into your subconscious mind, okay? And that helps to impress it. If you continue doing it, for me, what happened was, I didn't even know. One day I just woke up and I felt like I'm the best. I felt like I was on top of the world. I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. One thing that upsetted me was because I was still learning and I was still on this journey. I didn't understand that I can get pulled back into the 3D. My issue was I also was getting pulled back into 3D so much because I didn't notice, like I have not really fully understand like the law of assumption. So what was happening was I would do the affirmations, and then something in the 3D might happen. Like, okay, for example, you know, some guy doesn't like for example, the person I want to talk, my SP, does not text me back, and I'll get like, okay, is it working? Is it working? And I had a manifesting bestie, but now she's just my bestie. And she would tell me all the time, okay, look, listen, there's 2 choices here. Are you the god of your reality? And do you believe that there's a reality where these things exist, okay? If you believe in that, right, then you can't have 2 feet in like one another. So the choice is, do you remember that you are the god of your reality, and that there's a parallel universe where you and your person exist? And then she said, the other option is that you're not the god of your reality, and that parallel reality doesn't exist. And obviously I went with the first one because I had first-hand experience on it, on these kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, she's right. I have to stand firm with I am the god of my reality, and that there's a reality where this person exists. So like this relationship exists. So from then on, I went off and thought like, okay, from each moment, my intention was, if this thought is saying like, okay, you're not manifesting your specific person, they don't like you, you're never gonna have them, which reality are those thoughts aligning with? And if you are the god of your reality, would this actually be the thoughts that you have? Okay, that's one really important thing. And the next important thing was that, sorry, I'm taking some time to like remember some stuff. I really don't want to like re-edit this video because I want it to be raw. But being the observer, okay, so I'm like getting some downloads, but like being the observer of your reality, your thoughts, rather than trying to force affirmations on yourself, because like there's like two takes here, okay. For the beginners, I felt like, especially in my journey, the affirmations really kept me laser focused. Like I would listen to the affirmations 24/7 non-stop. They helped me get out of the very depressed, negative like breakup stage, and it really, really helped. I swear to God, the repetition and the enforcement of the positive affirmations really helped. Okay, so that's why I felt like the affirmations really help at the start, but like throughout your journey, as you get more stable within yourself, which means like you're just more stable, like you're more emotionally regulated, you are not easily manipulated or swayed by your thoughts or your emotions, right? Then it is easier for you to just observe your thoughts, and you don't have to have the reinforcement of your affirmations, okay? Because if you can just observe your thoughts like the clouds in the sky, you won't be affected by each and every thought, because number one, you know you are the god of your reality, okay? So you wouldn't be associating yourself with the thoughts that you don't want, because you know that your thoughts create where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? And like Bashar says, I think like with every, I can't remember what the specific word is, but he said like within every second or something, I can't remember what the number was, but within every second you're like shifting, okay? So that's really important to me. And you don't have to flip your thoughts, and you don't have to like choose a better thought, or you don't have to change your thoughts, or you don't have to reprogram yourself if you're able to just sit and let it be, because you are not your thoughts, and your thoughts are not you. You are just consciousness in a human body having a human experience. So if you're not your thoughts, these thoughts don't have power over you, and they are not your truth, okay? The only reason why these thoughts have power of you is that you give it power. So you give it the engine. I remember telling this one girl I coached, and I told her like, okay, you are like a car. I mean, like each thought is like a car, and your attention and focus is like the engine that you initiate the car to go into that reality. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I need to really learn how to improve my like description of this video, like explaining things. I'm sorry. I keep looking this way because I'm trying to like remember everything. Yeah. So yeah, I was like saying each thought is like a vehicle, and your focus, energy, and attention is what drives that vehicle into that reality. So if you don't want to drive that vehicle into a reality that you don't want, down a dark and scary path, then don't think that thought, okay? But if you are able to observe, like you are like that that traffic man, okay, that traffic light guy who's just standing and he's just directing the thoughts. Oh my gosh, this turned into a really good analogy, I'm not gonna lie. But if you're like that traffic light guy who's like saying, okay, stop, this thought I can just ignore it. It can just go, stop. And then the next thought, okay, I like that thought, go. Okay, you don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to force anything, because you're naturally just observing it. Actually, to be honest, you don't even have to give a fuck about the good thoughts either. Like, it's just thoughts, okay? And it all depends on what you want. So if you're just able to observe, you don't have to constantly reprogram yourself and repeat your affirmations, because there's no need to. Because you are just able to choose what you want, and you're not getting swayed by those thoughts. They don't have a control or they don't have the power over you, right? These thoughts do not have power over you. That's why meditation, I feel like if any technique was to help you, like the God of God techniques would just be silent meditation. I feel it's the God of God techniques because, like, first of all, you're cutting all the noise, okay? So that my cat's falling asleep. But so you cut all the noise so you can actually connect with your higher self and get like the direct and specific answers you need to get to where you are. Because what I did wrong while manifesting was that I actually was watching shit ton of videos, obviously, because we all need some kind of comfort, some kind of support, some kind of like emotional help. Watch shit ton of videos, tell everyone everything, and then they would tell me how to do X, Y, and Z. And if I'm the god of my reality, then I'm taking their opinions to make it real in my reality, which I'm not creating my reality, I'm creating their reality, right? Based on their thoughts, their beliefs, okay? And sometimes I would argue with them sometimes, okay? Because they want the best for me, and unfortunately, I want what I want, and sometimes it may not look like the best, okay? Right? I swear, it's a red flag. I mean, it's a green flag, but to them it looks kind of like a red flag, okay? So it's like, then, we'll get like into arguments. So it's best to not like let people know until you fully manifested something, and always to trust your intuition rather than my cat is trying to murder me. To trust your intuition rather than going to everyone and everything. I actually had this idea downloaded. It was like, if you want to learn how to manifest, learn from the greats, learn from books, learn from the direct source. Don't be going to like YouTubers, although I'm making a YouTube video myself, but this is how like the people who just started have to go through, right? So I'm trying to help the beginners, okay? So don't be going to people like me, don't be going to anyone else. I would rather you go to yourself, okay? That's the best one. Go to yourself, get the information you need, because everything you need is within you, okay? If you want to learn how to manifest, you just gotta ask yourself. You don't gotta ask anyone. You've been manifesting forever, and you just are realizing it right now. And you can go to the books. I'm like looking this way because I have a shit ton of books, but I have not read them to the fullest sometimes, because like I'd be watching video after video, trying to get the comfort, trying to get the information. And yeah, sometimes I do apply, sometimes I don't apply. The most success I got was doing Dylan's videos, and those was really helpful. But unfortunately, I felt like Dylan was more of a mindset coach, right? I think he did mention that. Yeah, he's like more of a mindset coach instead of an LOA coach. So some of the things that he teaches, for me, it felt like it kind of didn't really align with the law of assumption, okay? I just want to be really honest, okay? Because like I kind of have a different take on things when it comes to manifesting. Like, for example, I feel like it's gonna be really long if I were to try to explain, but like sometimes some mindset stuff is not relevant because you already have what you want, so there's no need to like worry. Like, okay, for example, let's say this part. Okay, let's say you're trying to manifest a specific person, but then, for example, he would say like, okay, this person, they don't deserve you, you deserve better, right? Why would you manifest this kind of people in your life? Which makes sense, I 100% agree. But in my case, I feel like I do love this person, and I don't really care. There's a reality where we both perfectly exist, right? Okay, so then it kind of contradicts, because then it's like one side is like telling you, okay, you can have better, you deserve better, but what's better for me, right? Not better for you. And it's like, what do I want and who do I want? Okay, if I'm the god of my reality, and I feel like if my thoughts and my beliefs was the one that caused the breakup or caused whatever bad situation, then it was exactly my fault who created these circumstances. And I can tell you for a fact that it was my fault. It was my fault. I had shitty thoughts, obviously from childhood trauma, which kind of like had to manifest this person showing up in that way. So if we are going in that perspective, then psychological wise, it doesn't really apply. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is really like confusing, and I feel like this video is getting very long because we're supposed to be talking about affirmations, but I have gone on a different tangent. But yeah, I could make another video explaining this. But yeah, I love Dylan James. I was a moderator for his group for a while, and I loved helping people, and I've loved when he gave me the opportunity to help people on his Discord. And yeah, 100% respect him. But yeah, I just feel like, in my opinion, I just need to be the spiritual way instead of the mindset way, okay? So if you're coming to me, know that I'm gonna be the spiritual girl who's into tarot and shit. Yeah, I know people don't really like tarot. I love tarot, okay? In fact, I was thinking of including like a tarot video here sometime, to help you. And actually, to be honest, some of the people that have come to me, I've done tarot readings for almost like 600 plus people, and they have always told me that it's been accurate, okay? I'm not trying to gas myself up, or maybe I should, because, but like, yeah. it's been, yeah, and I feel like most of the time it's just because we're all connected, and because I have like this, I'm like in a higher consciousness as them, so like I'm more aware and more stable. And it's not to say that they're in a low consciousness, it's just that they're not spiritually aware. And so when I can help see what's really going on, and I can help read for them, they can actually like take that opportunity, that message to move forward, right? It's not a predicting thing, it's more of a helping and guiding thing through tarot, okay? And also I do actually put them on the law of assumption, but some of them are just too, how do I say, not logical, but more of like, because the law of assumption is really out there, so I think they didn't really like believe me. So yeah, but I think it's slowly easing into them. But like, yeah, I feel like some of them don't really take it, because it's very out there. Manifesting anyone you want? What? Yeah, so I told them that. Okay, self-concept? What the fuck is that? But yeah, I'm never gonna like stop talking about it because it helps me, and it deserves to help you too. Okay, so now that we've gone on a whole ass tangent, this video is 25 minutes long now. I don't know if I should cut it off here or I should talk about the affirmations thing, but I'll just give a really short one here. Affirmations really help direct your focus and your thoughts into the reality you want. And you don't really need it if you are able to just think of it once, okay? And just like let it, like you believe it 100% or you believe it 90%. You don't have to believe it 100%, okay? You can believe it 90%. But you have this firm knowing, okay? You can still have doubts, but they don't really affect you as much, because you just know. So it's like you're with your specific person, and for example, you assume, okay, they might not love you, but it's like not hitting as hard as before. It's just like, nah, I know they love me. This thought isn't true. This thought is just my ego and my old self trying to drag me back to my old self. You know what I'm saying? And how they work is really, it's just they help reprogram your subconscious mind. And I have watched so many videos on YouTube about this because I'm also trying to figure this out. Like, do you have to reprogram your subconscious mind, or you just think once and then it's done? To be honest, both, because it depends on, years of conditioning is not easy to just think once. Like, I had to like take 2 years to finally get a grasp and finally like understand fully and not get like, my issue really was getting swayed by the 3D, like getting sucked in and getting like, it was a battle, like a fucking battle with my thoughts, okay? It was like a fucking battle, I swear to God. It was like so intense. It's like a hella challenge, I'm pretty sure some of you can relate. So yeah, you really need to be strong up here to manifest, because if you can't get here right, honestly, it's going to affect in every area of your life. That's why my favorite technique right now is honestly just to silent meditate and listening to affirmations. Because when you're listening to affirmations, you don't really have to do much, you're just listening. And I will listen and listen, and I'll only stop when I really feel like, okay, I've done enough, okay? Like on that day, okay? But yeah, I feel like this video is honestly so long. I'm gonna title it different, and I'm gonna talk about why affirmations work and so on in a new video. And maybe I'll script it out so that I don't, go off topic, okay? But yeah, that's all for today's video. I don't really know what to title it, but I just recently bought this deck of cards. She's from my favorite tarot card maker. Her name is Grace Duong, and she is from the company Mystic Mondays, if I'm not wrong. Mystic Mondays? I think she created that. I can't remember, because I used to have her tarot cards 2 years back during COVID era. It was like really popular. Then I sold all my tarot cards because at that point, I can make a whole new video, but at that point, I believed like, okay, I'm the god of my reality. I don't really need tarot cards. But then I realized that that's not really true, because your cards are just a guidance, like a journal, helping buddy. It's just like a helping buddy, you know, like affirmations, everything. It's just a helping buddy to help you kind of like analyze and assess where your state of consciousness and help you as well. Okay. And then I was like so happy, because I felt like I was getting depressed because people were saying you don't need tarot. And at that time I also believed it in myself, like I don't need tarot. And honestly, I really didn't need tarot, but I felt like with tarot I'm able to be creative and have fun and enjoy. I love connecting the cards and connecting with the oracle cards and like the animals in here. Sorry. So, sorry about it. Sorry, so I felt like I love doing tarot, and now I can just come out and say like, I want to do fucking tarot. Like, fuck y'all. I feel fucking depressed that I can't do tarot. I'm doing tarot, okay? And like, tarot has the most cutest artworks, and the artworks are fantastic. And you guys don't know, I'm actually an artist as well, and I love art. So I'm just like, I want to collect all these cute tarot decks. Like, fuck y'all. But in my opinion, tarot really helped. And I've helped, like I mentioned, over 600 people. Sorry about that. I really don't want to like edit this video out. Okay. So my point is, I also was thinking of making some tarot cards for you guys. But I was thinking of including some tarot cards in this video. So like, I was thinking I would just pull up a card for you guys, and you can leave here with some sort of guidance. Obviously, take it or leave it, like what you prefer, what you choose to believe or not. But like, know that most all of my readings are positive in a sense that you're not gonna die. I'm not gonna say that your family's gonna die, that you're gonna get this and that, you know what people say, predicting wise, right? I'm not that type of reader. I'm a more of a spiritual kind of mindset, kind of help you get out of your situation and see what you can do, you know. Okay, yeah, you will know me. I was thinking of making like tarot reading videos here as well. And if that's something you wanna watch in the future, let me know. But yeah, okay, let's see what message there is for the person watching this video. I'm using this oracle card. It's called the Cosmic Creatures card, and I really love the art, so that's why I bought this. And I also love animals. Okay, so we've got two cards that jumped out. So we've got the turtle, and we also got the swan. Okay, so let's check that out. Obviously, I just bought this, so I can't remember off the bat what each card means. But we'll go off to the turtle first. Page 129. This book is so beautiful. Like, it's hardcover, and you know, it's just so beautiful. I love it. Okay, so the turtle. Okay, let me show you guys the turtle. Okay, so for the turtle, you know what? Let me bring this bad boy here. Okay, I actually bought this to read in the dark. Okay, I'm committed to reading books. So yeah. Slow and steady, the turtle urges you to move at your own pace. While the turtle is slow moving on land, it is actually quite agile in water, following seasonal currents to its destination with its power to swim. Oh my god, that really makes sense. I have something to speak about that. Just give me a second. Okay, so as a symbol of the earth, the turtle reminds us to access our center of peace and tranquility. We can get easily discouraged when we compare ourselves to others, but when we focus on our innate gifts and how we can serve, we release the judgment over where we are in comparison to our peers. The turtle reminds us, he says you here, but I said us, reminds you to concentrate on your tasks at hand and to measure your success by your own standards. This increases your sense of mindfulness, allowing you to set your own pace and run in your own race. Wow, I really love that. With persistence and steady effort, eventually you will get to your destination. Sometimes slowing down is exactly what you need in order to speed up. I love that. I love that. Because sometimes, people be like, okay, I have to do techniques, I have to do techniques. Sometimes it's about slowing down and knowing the seasons, right? Sometimes like when you're in water there's no resistance, that's why the turtle can move really fast, right? And like when you're above land, yeah, he's slow, but slow and steady wins the race, right? Good things take time. Sometimes you don't really get an instant manifestation, although you can, okay, because it all depends on your belief, all right? How much you believe in that thing. Or sometimes there's just always like it just takes some time, because this is a 3D world, and you can have what you want instantly in your imagination, okay? So I also felt like really it's a very important message, slowing down is not being not productive. You are being very productive when you slow down because you are actually refueling your car, right? You are taking time to take care of yourself, okay? And I'm not gonna make this video super duper long, so I'm gonna go to the swan. I actually had more to say, but I totally forgot. So I'm gonna like quickly go to the swan and read that for you guys. Okay, so here's the swan. Let me show you the card. Okay, I usually want to just do one card, but two cards jumped out for this video, so I'll just read that. Okay, so beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the swan gently guides you with loving intuition and divine feminine energy to recognize your own beauty and grace. This type of beauty is inherent and does not depend on what you do and what your age is. It is simply the splendor of who you are on the soul level. When you connect with this part of yourself, you radiate elegance and allure that is beyond skin deep and beyond measure. Your beauty is timeless. When you recognize yourself as the wonderful being of light, you can heal the wounds of the ugly duckling. Ooh, I love that. Who didn't feel they belonged? Aww. The swan gives you permission to be soft with yourself, to shed layers that no longer belong to your truth. Just like what we talk about. When you face jealousy, competition, or judgment, instead of feeding insecurities and shame, spread compassion and love. Love yourself unconditionally and show others in your flock how it is done. I love the last part. Be the change. That's what Dylan James always says. Be the change. Okay? Be the change. Don't force people to change, but when you change, you set the example. And people will start asking questions, right? If what you're doing is not helping you, no way in hell anyone's gonna listen to you, boo, right? Okay, so, and I really like this card because it reminds you, like, the ugly duckling. Oh my god, you're never an ugly duckling, but we get what this metaphor is like, right? Trying to tell us, but like it's like healing your inner child, healing that quote unquote ugly duckling. And nurturing your inner child. So I feel like in this video, it's telling you to slow down and heal your inner child because it's really important that your healing shouldn't be rushed, okay? And if you're trying to manifest something and you're trying to rush, it indicates a lot of lack and fear, which is so okay because your feelings are valid and it makes sense why you would feel that way. But honestly, your healing cannot be rushed and you should take some time to really sit with yourself and love yourself, okay? Don't rush it. If I had to really think about it, I shouldn't even rush my healing process either, that in that time, last time. But it's really hard. Sometimes we act irrationally based on our fears. So whatever you do, please be very self-aware and journal it out or something. You could even do tarot, but make sure you're self-aware, okay? And I feel like that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want a tarot reading from me, you can hit me up in my email. And if you want one-on-one coaching, you can hit me up in my email. Okay? I'm still making my website. So yeah. Bye guys. And I'll see you guys soon.